Okay, so this short video really is just about providing a general overview of the Trotec Ruby software, the layout, and some of the different features in it. So just to initially look at the layout of the web-based software, is we've got these 4 categories across the top. So you've got manage, design, prepare, and produce. So you generally work your way through this process to get your job to the laser cutter. So you'll generally be operating in one of these 4 categories. So as you can see, if I click on these, you get a different menu and layout under each. So that's the first thing to note, is you've got the 4 main categories across the top. It's worth noting that on the little hamburger symbol over here, you do have a range of other settings and categories that you can go into, but for the most part, I'm going to be focusing on these areas here. So worth noting, under the manage area, we can search up a job. So if you've got quite a lot of jobs and you just want to do a keyword search, you can do that, which is good. Under user, another nice feature is you can just bring up your jobs only. So you can tick the user that you want to bring the jobs up for. Now, from a student's perspective, I think you'd only have your jobs on there. I'm an admin, so I can see a variety of different users and jobs. Another feature is you can, when you create a job in Ruby, you can tag it. As you can see, there's no tags on these ones here, but you could search up a tag to filter all the jobs. So for my students, for example, I'm going to ask that they tag their job with my name. So when I come over to the laser cutter and want to bring all the jobs up, I can just search that tag and then my class jobs will be there. One of the benefits of the way we're going to use Ruby is we're going to upload a CSV file which will create student accounts. So each student will be designing their job in Ruby. In this space over here, the design area. And what that will mean is that when they've created their jobs, then there's no transferring or trying to get the job across to our laser cutter machine. Essentially, I can just walk over to the laser cutter machine and just search up the tag or the user, and we can get their job running. So that's probably a nice benefit of it. So I'm just looking at this area here. I've touched on these filtering options here. So the next thing to look at, you can see I've got some existing jobs. So I could just click on one of these, and as you can see, last time I was working on this, I was over here on the prepare area, so that's where it's taking me to straight away when I clicked on it. I could go back to the design area and start modifying and editing my existing designs as well. So in that manage area, yes, you can click on existing jobs and begin to edit and modify or push them to the laser cutter again. So you also have the create add new job here, which is, as it sounds, you'll be adding a new job, and then that'll take you into the design space, and we can look at designing. So I'll be doing that in my next tutorial. As this is just a quick overview, let's have a look in this space. So as you can see, there's, if you're familiar with other bits of software like Adobe Illustrator and things like that, there's some similar tools along here. It's probably a little bit more of a simplified stripped back version, being web-based, but there's some quite good tools in here that allow us to do the kind of design work that we want to do with our class. So that's what we're going to give that a test. Again, I'll be diving into more of this in my tutorial about this design area. And then you've got your prepare area. So let's say I was happy in this space, I'd finished my design, then you could go create job. And that would take you into this space here. So again, we'll look at the ins and outs of these tools in a bit more detail in another tutorial, along with these settings that you can have in your prepare area related to speed of the laser cutter, head and the power settings as well. So then you could hit Q and cue the job ready to go on the laser cutter if you're happy with it. So yeah, that's a little snapshot. I guess let's say I hit Q. Now the job's added to the queue, and if I'm over on my machine, I can then bring up my job out of the queue, and we can look at cutting it. The next tutorial I'm going to look at is probably going to be more so focused on these two first areas, the manage and design space. And we're going to look at how we do some of these things here.